We all know that 2023 has been a dry year for gaming. One of the driest, in fact. We haven't gotten any good releases, and by George, there's just nothing to look forward to. So this is the perfect contrived excuse to play some Family Guy Flash games. For the unaware, Macromedia Flash was a popular program in the 2000s, which people used to make all sorts of games and animations that they would upload to the internet back when the internet wasn't all owned by Meta and Google. In fact, a lot of popular console games began their lives in Flash form, such as Super Meat Boy, Alien Hominid, and even Hollow Knight if we're reaching a little. Oh, and if you ever played Friday Night Funkin', well, okay, that game isn't actually made in Flash, but it's designed to look like it was. Eventually, Adobe bought out Macromedia, and slowly but surely, this once beloved product of the 90s was corrupted, getting suckier and suckier each year until eventually becoming completely irrelevant. Speaking of which, let's get back to Family Guy. Starting with a simple, light little game, we have Peter Griffin Torture Chamber. No, I can't hurt my TV, Dad! But I already did open the game, so... Peter Griffin Torture Chamber gives players several different ways to get this guy to talk. We can attack him with fireworks, stuff him with nickels in a reference to episode 4AC XO4 entitled Blind Ambition, which premiered on May 15, 2005 in the US, have Ernie the chicken just beat the shit out of him, or my personal favorite, invite death to kick him in the shin. Now, I'm about to play the pain noise that Peter makes after you choose to kick him here, but before I do, here's the clip of what that sounds like in the actual show. Now that you're up to speed, here's how it sounds in this game. Terrific. Aside from that wonderful moment, this is just whatever. The fact that there are only 4 options to click through with no player input beyond that means you'll see everything this game has to offer in about a minute, which is fine except for the fact that whoever made this put in an excessive amount of fart sound effects, which, even Family Guy has more restraint than this. Still, the animation is decent for what it is, and if anybody knows who voiced Peter for this, please let me know. I need to thank them for their work. Alright, I'll say it. I've inflicted enough torture on a Griffin for one day. Let's try a different approach and just murder all of them instead. Oh yeah, nice and clean. In Family Guy's Stewie Shooter, you play as evil Stewie from the first 3 seasons, using your cursor to take down the entire family. Why is Brian inside the TV? It's pretty self-explanatory. Aim and shoot, 2 different levels that you play through back to back. Brian is still in the TV here, that's fine. I like how the first level is the normal house, while the second one is disco theme, which is a reference to one random cutaway gag. This one is just pure chaos. The sound effects are really loud, and everybody's screaming over each other trying to get in the best zinger. And honestly, it's kind of funny, so I don't really mind. The characters move way too fast though, and the hitboxes are pretty wonky. This is a fun novelty, but nothing more. At one point, my game froze, and I was able to shoot Chris enough times to max out the score counter. Wow, 50! That means I'm... hold on, let's wait for the results. That means I'm plus brilliant! Finally, some recognition! Well, me being plus brilliant is a perfect segue to our next game, Family Guy Quiz. Guess what this one's gonna be? These kinds of flash quizzes were all the rage in the 2000s when people were learning how to code an ActionScript, and this one's pretty well made, relatively speaking. The colors and font are on point. I enjoyed Peter Griffin's cover of Can't Touch Me playing on loop, and the questions are actually pretty tough. I literally just watched the Love Thy Trophy episode the day before playing this, and I still forgot that the restaurant Meg worked at was called Flappy Jack. That was a little embarrassing for me. And look, apparently Peter's favorite breakfast food is French toast. Wow, you think you know a guy. After a good handful of failed attempts, I made it all the way to the end, where I was greeted to this message. In question 4 of the normal game, click the TV in the Family Guy logo. Ooh, a task! Let's just go back to question 4 and... Nothing happened. Well, after clicking like a madman for a few minutes, finally, it opened a dead link. overlordonline.com/fgquizafter.htm. What could this have been? Unfortunately, the domain doesn't offer any clues either, since it's actually for sale. Maybe if I buy this for $3,000, I'll get my answer. Hey everybody, I just made a Patreon. Sign up for the $3,000 tier for a free pen. So that was a fun little quiz, but I must admit, quite a few of the questions actually tripped me up. I mean, I'm a busy guy. How am I supposed to remember that Cleveland Brown's surname is Brown? So maybe this website has a different Family Guy quiz that isn't biased and rigged. Oh look, Family Guy Quizmania. Wow, Quizmania. That makes Family Guy Quiz look like an asshole. Let's begin. Question 1 out of 7. Which of these Family Guy characters want to kill Lois? A tough one. I don't think the answer would be Lois, so... let's go with A, Stewie. Nice! Question 2 out of 7. Now I know Lois plays the piano in the theme song because around season 5, the writers totally forgot that she was originally a piano teacher. Next question. Jesus Christ. Stewie's shoes are blue, true or false? Alright, I'll admit I almost got that one wrong. Question 5 out of 7. Brian's favorite drink. Look, I printed myself this intentionally low-res t-shirt of the key art of Brian holding his martini. I'm no fake fan. Question 6 out of... 6! Damn it, I was promised 7 questions! It isn't fair! I wasn't done quizzing myself! Oh, the answer was A, by the way. Hey, now that I think about it, the first option was the correct answer for all the questions. Huh. Peter vs. Giant Chicken, a 2-player fighting game. Wow. And look at those characters. Peter looks like he got into my Adderall supply. And Ernie looks beautiful! Okay, full disclosure, I controlled both characters myself in honor of my good pal Masahiro Sakurai, also I had nobody to play with, and I couldn't figure out how to get Peter to attack. It says keypads 1 and 2 in the instructions, but my Surface doesn't have a side set of number keys, and I wasn't gonna be bothered to find a solution, you kidding me? So I just had the chicken win every round, which unfortunately is not Family Guy lore accurate, so Hebrews 9:27, I'll get what's coming to me. But anyway, honestly, this one just makes me smile. It reminds me of all the nonsense on the old Newgrounds homepage. I love how you can tell that whoever made this did actually try. I'm not saying it's good. I mean, at one point I had Ernie accidentally push Peter off screen, and I don't know what happened. I couldn't get him back. He's gone. But yeah, I appreciate the fact that there are 3 stages with their own music and animations. I love how diamonds fall at random and grabbing them changes your weapon and fills up a special meter. I thought maybe if I used my special here, Peter would come back from off screen, but nope, didn't work. I especially enjoy Ernie's KO move. I'm being 100% sincere here. I just love all the silly Flash games and animations that so many people were making back in the day, and Peter vs. Giant Chicken is a perfect representation of that. It's a soft spot I have, you know? Again, to be clear though, this is still bad. But we actually get to end on a high note with, okay, let me be honest first. I found all of these games on a website called GameZap.com, which I assumed was a place for people to share their original Flash games, similar to Newgrounds or Congregate. But it turns out that Family Guy Save the Couch was actually commissioned by 20th Century Fox back in 2007 to help promote the show's first Star Wars parody. So this doesn't really fit with the others we've talked about here. In fact, I'm not even sure if this was made in Flash. But I spent over 2 hours playing it, so for my sanity, let's just pretend that it was. Please. I need this. So, Family Guy Save the Couch is a 90-second bullet hell minigame where you have to run left and right to dodge Star Wars lasers. You play as Peter and Brian holding a couch, which makes you a very wide target. The movement and enemies get faster as time goes on, and characters from the series block the screen every now and then to quote a random line from the episode, but not Joe Swanson though. Oh no, they couldn't have possibly put Joe Swanson here. And like I said, it took me over 2 hours to beat this thing. 2 hours. It's a 90-second minigame. And honestly, it was a lot of fun. The fact that this was actually licensed by Fox means that there's real polish here, since the people who made it, and this is a true story, were paid. The characters look fantastic. They're genuinely better animated than most newer episodes of the show. I hate this old man so much. He is so fucking unfunny. But anyway, the hitboxes are good, movement feels smooth, and the challenge is tough but fair, for the most part. Sometimes you're cornered into one side of the screen, and then a stormtrooper will shoot directly down at you from the lowest platform, which is impossible to react to. Just ugh. Don't worry though, when you die, you can email your results to a friend. Ooh, nope, failed to send. Thanks a lot, game. Now I feel like a loser in 2 different ways. Other than those issues and the odd lack of gameplay music, I really did enjoy this. It hooked me from start to finish. After I died for the 100th time, I noticed if I had just held on for less than 1 second longer, I would have won, which was just agonizing. But then when I finally did win, oh, my friends, the relief! It's funny, just a couple weeks ago, I finally played through the Cuphead DLC, and no joke, I got a bigger rush of euphoria beating this 16-year-old Family Guy advertisement than I did after knocking out like 4 out of those 7 new bosses. That's just stupid, what's wrong with me? Oh, but who cares? Look, it ends with a reanimated scene from the episode. Seriously, that's just cute. And you even get a free desktop wallpaper for the accomplishment, and nope, that didn't work either. Damn it. Playing these Family Guy Flash games ended up being a real treat. No, I'm serious. Even the bad ones are just nostalgic for me, and I can't be too angry at any of these. When mine is Save the Couch, they were probably all just made by one person trying to learn how to draw and code on their computer years ago. It's neat. And really, who am I to judge? I couldn't have made any of these. Well, I think I could have made Family Guy Quizmania. Well, sigh, there still aren't any new games to play this year. So let's end this video by messing around with the ultimate Peter Griffin soundboard. Bye everybody, please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Genital warts!